ladies and gentlemen. So, let me start off with some good news. But before I start off with the good news, alright, I want to just make a statement, a disclaimer here, that what you have seen in the last couple of days with me posting these strangers and this nonsense of harassment, just to let you know, guys, so like, I'm not entertaining you. I'm entertaining myself with these folks that are literally thinking they got the upper hand. Like they think they have the upper hand. You're not making any threats. You're not making any damages, right? But I can make the damages. And I just proved how I can make the damages. And I'm not sure if I should take that email with a grain of salt or not. Because, yeah, there's been some characterization wrong with that email. First and foremost, her spelling, I'm not sure if she was doing it through her mobile device or what. But, like, you should always double check your work. You feel me what I'm saying, everyone? But, yeah. And recently on this channel, everyone, I, in the last 2.5 years, documented my homelessness in New York City. Ever since I got robbed here. It was stuck here. Keep this in mind. You can't travel anywhere without a passport or identification. You can't get hotels. You can't get housing. You can't get nothing without any identification. It took me 1.5 years to get everything together. And then while we were doing that, we were doing video film work 2023. And in 2023, there were a couple new characters on this channel, visitors, I should say, that tried to, well, they succeeded by falsifying information that wasn't true about who I was, giving the audience and people in the future audience a false narrative about a fake drug abuse, which we cleared up. Mind you, that was all lies. And mind you, people were defamation of character, saying that all I do was ask for donations. And I'm saying to myself, because I need all the help I can get. You're not the only people in the world. There's over, how many people are living on this planet, everybody? And they expect I'm asking the same person over and over again. No, there's more people to connect. This is why when I'm invisible people. But guess what? I asked invisible people to take the video down because it was just causing too much damage. So now, this is what's been going on. So let me give you good news. All right? So good news. This is the good news. The good news is, interview December 9th, Monday. Not in Queens, but in Manhattan. There's a reason why. Because conflict of interest. Even though Christina was trying to be nice and trying to help and trying to give me as one of her references, but I cannot work at the location due to what's been transpiring on this channel. Not only that Starbucks is aware of the ongoing harassment and these so-called calls, but they're going to pursue you with legal action. And they told me, you can say this on video. So they will proceed legal action if you continue. I told them the truth. And they said, we believe, we understand. When you have some platform, some YouTube platform, and people start watching your videos, you are going to receive a lot of hate, mixed with the positivity that comes with the territory. But they still accepted and gave me an interview on the 9th. But here's the bad news. The bad news. I got in contact with my storage unit today. Mind you, I did nothing wrong at Q-Smart. Apparently, wait. Let me start off and say Q-Smart is a very good place. But Q-Smart just made a false accusation. Mind you, they watch people as they check in and out of the storage unit. They watch my key logins. That's scary. That's scary. They're watching every move I make, and mind you, Big Brother's always watching, like I said. But for Q-Smart to track your every whereabouts, but here was a problem with the whereabouts. This is why I proved them wrong today on the phone. It's much colder. Just want to see the platform. Let this train go by first. Let me finish the story. So the story. The story is, Q-Smart said I have some illegally logins. They said you logged in at 8:34 at one morning and you logged in again at 11:47. And I said, yes. What's the problem with that? And they said, well, that means you never left the building, sir. And you're not supposed to be loitering or hanging out or in the building for no, mind you, they even have they even have how long you should take a person to, I don't know, figure out what they need from storage or try to, they said you're not supposed to be hanging out for no more than an hour inside of public storage. So as someone that, uses storage units, this is what Q-Smart said, that you can't be hanging out for no longer than an hour. Have you experienced that? Let me know in the comments. Have Q-Smart ever told you one day while you're trying to figure out, mind you, sometimes people hang out in their storage, they put things in order, they clean their storage up to find things where they need to find things, They try to make sure they remember where to put things. That's what I do. But one day we did check in and we did not check out for another 2 hours. But that goes to ask the question, why is Q-Smart literally watching me and looking at my logins? And the key answer to that was the phone conversation I had with the management of the district of that Q-Smart. She said a complaint comes in. I said, that's the second time. Mind you, she said complaint 6 times in our 12-minute phone conversation. And that's when I knew, someone is contacting or someone is trying to contact all the Q-Smarts and literally try to make a false statement. Yeah. And she said it herself, that someone reported. So, therefore, and mind you, I told Q-Smart about this ongoing situation. I told him this is why I left public storage, because I can't share my storage unit because I got ousted, I got ghosted, I got swatted. And it was like, oh, so this is a retaliation against you. So any complaints against you might just be dismissed, but they still have to take the allegations seriously. So they watch my logins. Isn't that crazy? Brian Nunn says hello. But yeah, they're watching my logins. So I was like, wow, that's kind of creepy. You're watching my logins. And mind you, an hour? I'm sorry, ma'am. And I was telling her, ma'am, people take their time. I don't know what kind of side of the bed you work on or woke up on, but taking your time and doing things right, you can't force people to hurry up. And I believe it also, one of the staff from yesterday, right, when I went to the storage, and mind you, I had a beverage in my hand. Apparently, this is the rules too. Wait. Here's another rule. You guys are going to say, what? But it is in their policy. You can't record inside Q-Smart. There should be no video recording because it's not a public space. Now you learned something. Then I said, okay, but man, I haven't done anything. I check in, I check out. Sometimes I'm there fixing my wagon, and she's like, excuse you? I'm like, yeah, I got stuff stored, tools, camera equipment. But the email was stating that I had flammable items inside there and the combustion, So I wanted to show them my storage unit, but they refused for me to show them to them. But they told me just call the phone number. So I called the phone number and spoke to this person, and obviously this person, literally, I don't think she was listening, but I don't think she understood. She was just trying to make assumptions, and I said, okay, give me the times and dates. And she gave me the time and dates. I said, man, I can tell you why I went in and out within those 2-hour periods. I went to do laundry. And mind you, I went to pick up the wagon in order to do laundry. And the wagon is at the storage. What? So that means I can't go into my storage, pick up a wagon, come back 2 hours later because you seem that suspicious because there's 2 logins. Wow, yeah, everyone. That's suspicious to QSmart, apparently. I know, right? It's New York. This never happens guys. This never happened in Portland, Seattle, Chicago, Winnipeg, Wisconsin, which is Madison, because that's where I lived. Give me context where I lived. This never happened at any of these facilities. Only in New York, these facilities are just like, I'm going to stalk you, see what you up to. Okay. And then make a false assumption that like, yeah. So I let them know what I was doing. Fixing my camera equipment or the transportation wagon. And it's like, oh, so I said, man, I just don't have a folding wagon. I got one of those real folding wagons with some real tires. And the frame breaks. Sometimes I have to make repairs. Sometimes I have to glue it or do some welding. Sometimes welding can dry up 30 minutes, ma'am. So you're telling me I can't hang out there for about 2 hours max? She's like, no. And I said, wow, that's, I can understand what you mean by loitering, ma'am, but like, that's, you still jumping the gun when you say loitering when people are using the storage as attended, though. I'm using the storage as attended. Going to the storage and want to use my items, but have to make some repairs. And I think everyone does that. Oh, I got my tools at the storage. They're going to pick them up, boys. Plumbers use it. Mind you, here's another thing. Artists use storage to store their paintings. So, I'm just kind of confused what to do with this situation. Because they said one more incident, they have to terminate my rental. I'm like, man, so wait. You're not going to listen to me. You're not going to take my side. Man, you're supposed to do your investigation as a general manager. You're supposed to listen to both sides, not just take one side. And mind you, you're taking your side. You're not even listening to my side. I told you what I was doing. I can show you evidence for what I was doing. This is what the people have to say. That's why I'm trying to tell you. Man, I'm a little busy. They can get some trouble, man. You can get some trouble. Here looking for people to steal from, like they did earlier. The cops are upstairs still. Dumb. Don't be stupid. See, they hang out in these hubs. You know why? Because people don't pay attention when they walk through these hubs. They're always on their phones, not paying attention what's in front of them. See, when I'm holding my phone, I'm not looking at my phone. I'm looking straight ahead of me. As I'm walking, I'm also looking behind me and holding the phone. So I'm not always looking at my phone. I always keep my arm in front of my face. And when I turn, the phone turns. I'm the stabilizer. I'm the tripod. I don't necessarily need to have to unless I need to focus on something. That's where it's going, friend. But like I said, everyone, I just find that a little bit disturbing that the storage unit is watching me. I'm like, really? You're going to keep a tab on me every time I log in? That's kind of creepy and scary. I think, and mind you, I read that policy. Yeah, you can't record inside. Okay, but if I have a bad experience, this is what I asked. If I have a bad experience with someone or one of your employees, I still can't record? She says, you're not supposed to. I said, so they can get away, you guys can get away with unethical behaviors in your work practices, right? I was like, that's not how it works in New York City, ma'am. I can record you even if you do have a private. If an incident occurs due to, mind you, there's some laws that help journalists get through these gray areas. If something happens to me in the storage unit, I have a right to record the incident. And she was like, okay, you do have a point in that factor. And then I said, and that's what's going on. Man, I just been at the storage unit for this amount of time, and I never got a complaint. No one said anything. No one left a note on my door or my storage unit gate. You guys just emailed me today, making these assumptions. You make it sound like I did it every day, but it was just 1 or 2 days. Out of how long we've been there now? Are you kidding me? That's what I told her. Are you kidding me? You're complaining about 2 days of the logins. Really? This is not an ongoing situation, is it, ma'am? She goes, no. And I said, then why is this necessary? This is literally harassment in a sense. And she was like, if you feel that way, you can take it to my corporate office. I said, I will, because it doesn't make sense. These are 2 days out of the 97 days we've been there. You kidding me? I can understand 60 days out of 97 of those days, right? I was doing it, but it's just 2 days. And then not even back to back. It's 1 month in October, and 1 month in November, which was the 27th, which was just last week. That's the thing I'm trying to tell you guys. It wasn't even back to back. This is why I say that it's harassment. It's literally to a point where, like, yeah, Q-Smart, you just run me the wrong way today. And I have to publicize it. And I asked them, can I publicize it after? She says, yes, you can record outside the building, but you can't record inside the building. I said, if an incident happens inside your building, and I record it, that's not only my evidence, but that's evidence showing negligence. So with that said, everyone, other than that, but back to the main, introduction of this video, how people are continuing to email me, trying to this is not your city, you never lived here. For all you lying ass haters and your lying trolls, you never lived here. Stop pretending that you're something that you're not. Telling me to stop trying to be a public figure. I've been a public figure before this whole shit started, friend. That's what you don't understand. I've been someone other filmmakers and videographers looked up to me before this homeless shit started. Look at the accomplishments I've done in Portland. The films, the documentaries, the rewards. Idiot. You don't even go to my website and go see it for yourself. You're just too blind. You just don't want to believe anything that you see. Because you're too stubborn. Because you're too uneducated. So with that said, everyone, this is why I like toying with these trolls. You can say what you want, but you can never come to my face in public. Because that's why I told the last guy tonight. Come to Harlem, because that's where I'm going tomorrow. Come to Harlem. I'm going to talk to some friends of mine in Harlem. Because they say, you have any problems, Panda, reach out. So I'm going to reach out now. I'm going to go to East Harlem first, talk to Froggy. Then I'm going to talk I'm going to talk to Spearman in West Harlem. We're going to get together, and I want to see your clowns come, like you said, you want to get your friends. You know where I live. You say you know where I hang out. Then keep this in mind. You say you don't care about the law, right? Keep this in mind, friend. You left the email that state that. So if anything that happens, it's on you, friend. So fair warning. Prosecution in New York can be a little bit of a bitch. You better be lucky I'm not in Wisconsin, because guess what? If you would have done that if I was in Wisconsin, that is actually doxing. And yeah, and you could definitely go to prison for that, friend. So that's why you're talking shit. because you know I'm not in Wisconsin, but I'm in New York. The New York politicians don't care about the, what the fuck you get. Because there's a lot of hate coming from the wrong, mind you, and that hate, that distrust, I'm calling it. It's not calling that. That distrust that's coming from these intolerable people, you can tell from their spelling that they are not very educated. They're just arrogant. See that young man over there? Watch him. We got to be careful with the ski mask over there. I'm about to teach him a lesson on live stream, friends. You guys want to see something? Because I know what they are here for. The cops are just here. Oh, my panda. These folks better watch out. These young people are trying to pickpocket people. That's crazy. Let me catch another dude trying to pickpocket someone. I do you justice, NYPD. They call me Mini Mike Tyson. I'm sorry, man, but vigilante justice needs to be implemented in New York City now. Yeah, there was just a robbery in this subway a half hour ago. Right in that section over there. So, yeah, shit is hot, friend. Shit is hot. But with that said, I just want to give you guys good news. I just want to give you updates. I want to say thank you, Phil, for supporting this adventure. Because, mind you, in the recent last couple of days, Phil has been supporting these the tent that's coming on Friday. Because here's the thing, Phil, you said yourself that these people just don't like the fact that you're telling the truth. So I want to elaborate on that. The reason why they don't like the truth, because it hurts them. Imagine hearing something or watching something that scares you, and it aches you, and then it makes you so scared of it that it creeps you out. Well, imagine the truth creeping out a hater. And feeling the right words. And see, they don't want to feel those words because they know the words are right. Because they know their mind just been penetrated with some wisdom. They don't want to admit that everything I have said and done so far has been accurate. Like I said, I'm not taking that letter, that email with a grain of salt. But it sounds like this person was nervous when emailing me about her issues in the past with me. That, what's her name? Michelle Gibson person. Listen, you started it. You made false assumptions. You accused me of being a beggar when you knew, and now you know personally how it feels to have a relative homeless and ask you for help constantly. And now you understand what that help is considered of. You made it seem like I was asking for help to abuse my audience. But in reality, the help was needed to get things done, to get things that we needed, to be functional all the time, to always have transportation, to always keep up and ride, you know? And there have been a lot of more days when we made our own money, especially doing those weddings in 2023, and those city, project jobs. And helping giving back in the process too to other homeless. Just like you gave me or people gave me, I gave back too. And I'm still doing it. And I don't even got enough. And I'm still doing it. So I'm just gonna give you clarity how this Michelle Gibson woman, I think she's feeling the guilt. Talking about my mental state, that was kind of weird. So that I didn't understand. Why she's talking about my mental state. She doesn't understand the process of she's her own person, right? And I'm my own person, right? She doesn't actually know what kind of experience I'm going through. She's not here 24/7. So I get what she's trying to see, but look very closely. and you see that this it's not just affecting me. This is affecting every person living in New York, because every person in New York living here, paycheck with paycheck, is either homeless right now and don't even have a home. And that's the thing. There are a lot of people with jobs in this city that have jobs but don't still have their own place. Why? Because they don't want to really move in with a roommate. Because roommates suck in New York City. Everybody knows that. Listen, unless you're not in Brooklyn, you got a good chance in Brooklyn. All right? But when you are in Manhattan, your chances of finding a good roommate are like 10%. All right? You're going to be mad at your roommate. You're going to be cursing at your roommate. You're going to be swearing. You're going to be angry at your roommate. Yeah, trust me. Sometimes New York City doesn't have the best roommates because people don't tell the truth about who they really are. They don't really share their real identities. Oh, I am a slob. I'm going to be honest. And then when you want to say the only reason why some people lie on housing applications is because they know, like, if they tell people, like, I'm not really a clean person, I am lazy, yeah, it doesn't fly good with a roommate. So when I have my roommates, they're mostly female, Sherry, Jury, E, and we had that stupid American kid, Christopher Kramer. Mind you, this guy still, legally, federally owns me $2,000. Yeah. And then he disappeared to Portland, what was it? Salem, Oregon, where we found him. Yeah, he thought he could hide from me, friends. Oh, this guy was mind you, this is why it's best. Listen, if you, like I said, I don't like womanizers, and I don't like, dudes that yeah, this dude was a bad dude. Like, bad dude. Wasn't a good father. Yeah, so, but with that said, everyone, as I said, New York City is not the greatest roommate, but even if you still have the money, landlords are fucking picky. Property managements are fucking so picky. They literally, it's like a lottery. They literally go to a selection of like potential residents that actually sign the application. And then when they do the background check and they do your credit check, they're like, ooh, but this person is willing to pay straight full year. And then they chose the person that is not, mind you, they always chose the person that does want to, they always do not choose the person that wants to pay a year or 2 years in advance. They go with the person that actually is now this put Long Island City as a reference here, okay? Asian, got money, you got what are you in school? Okay, your parents, and mind you, they do all the background check. Oh, your parents got money. You got trust for kid. Yeah, just get this person. Yeah, there you go. Discrimination happens every time. This is why this year, New York City's rental advocates have been coming down on these landlords violating discrimination rights. People that physically have money renting to rent for a full year can't even still rent because landlords do not want to pick someone that has bad credit or mediocre credit. Let's say you have credit score of 677. They're like, but like you're not in the stuff. Yeah. And then as soon as they see your skin color or your race, like, oh, this person's not bilingual. I mean, this person's not Caucasian. Okay. Oh, yeah. Just like that video you just saw that went viral. You seen that video that happened in California? What's that called? Westfield, California. You see that the Asian American racists that went up to these famous YouTubers, and this guy moved from Arizona to this place, and he's showing how cool his new place is. And he's trying to do a YouTube video, and this guy comes out here Mind you, he's Asian American. And he talks like a white American, but not Asian. At all. Not at all. He goes up to these black guys and says, yeah, what are you guys doing here? Mind you, California doesn't have any laws that say you cannot record, document, film. Mind you, that's a freedom of speech. That's your right. If you're doing a video about property management, that's good for the property management, not good for you. Right? So he goes to them, and he says to them, well, mind you, he's being suspicious because they were black. Keep that in mind. He goes up to them, he says, well, what are you guys doing? He goes, just filming, recording. They responded. Then the one guy with the phone starts retaliating him back, because this is what the next thing he says. He says that, well, you guys don't belong here. And the black guy goes, well, there's a lot of racist white people all the way around. This is why we got to record everything. And he goes, well, I'm one racist. Yeah, you heard me right. He says, the guy responds back and tells the black guys, but you talking to a racist. And he says the N-word right in front of them. He said, this is a non-N, he said, this is a non-N zone. And I was like, ooh, that was a nice job. He said, this is not an end zone. Yes. And mind you, not only, he suffered the consequences after that, everyone. Oh, dearly. Not only the property manager didn't want anything to do with him, they wanted him to move out of the property management. He got sued, he got arrested. Yes, just for saying that to, because guess what? Have you guys ever heard of the 1964 Act? Uh-huh. And people break it all the time in New York City. And this is why I say what I say. Be careful what you say. And he admitted calling the two individuals the N-word. He told the cops not once in the first interview, but the second time. And he said, because that's what they are. And I was like, yeah. He didn't grow up in a very Asian neighborhood. He did not. You can tell from his mortality, his language spoken. He spoke very good English, right? Better than me, for fucking crying out loud. And keep this in mind, friend. Very intellect, but racist as fuck. He did not grow up in an Asian home, friend. No, he did not. If he did, I don't know what happened. He must have ate the wrong bowl of American cereal or something. But with that said, everyone, I'm going to get out of here. I just want to give you guys an update and tell you stories. But like I said, everyone, into the haters, your harassments, don't fear me, friend. I got shot in my fucking leg. I got stabbed. Got punched. I got in a car accident. I was dead for 11 minutes. Come on, friend. Like, what can you think about all those incidents that happened to me through my past? And I'm still here today, friend. Come on, friend. I'm just starting. Keep it this. I know what's wrong with this. Maybe, and I might be jumping the gun here, but maybe Michelle is right. Maybe this guy is a predator, fucking stalker. But when he started saying that, well, when he started saying, as if he was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 2021, as if he was there. Now, he said something to the lady on the bus. Man, this lady was in the back of the bus while I was in the front seat of the bus talking to the bus driver. And we were having a good conversation because I just walk in, mind you, it's morning hours and it's my first time on Milwaukee bus. And that was the last time I ever worked on Milwaukee bus. Yeah, guys, I never took a Milwaukee bus after that. I started taking Ubers. If you watch my Instagram and my on YouTube, I saw Uber cabs a lot. I didn't trust the transportation system. After what just happened to me, who would? And this is right minute of a lockdown pandemic still in Wisconsin. Keep that in mind. And yeah, Wisconsin was locked down to actually 2020, late 2023. Sometime like, yeah, because the university didn't really fully open their doors into this semester. Yeah, because last semester they were not fully open to outdoor guests. Because, mind you, normally Lake Mamona will be full of people drinking beers and having ice cream on the lake. Oh, I miss Madison. This is why I gotta go back to Wisconsin. Like in New York City, it's just like it's not the same, friend. It doesn't have the same character like it used to. But you guys have a good evening, and I hope this is show some awareness, some storytelling, I should say, because this is my life, and what people are doing to my website and what they're doing, you actually causing more damage. That's defamation. I can sue you for damages too. And mind you, if I get lucky, I might get a good judge. He or Madam Judge or Sir Judge might just give you the full like discipline, make you pay out your butt for what you did. This is why I'm saving all the emails, I'm saving all the transactions, because these people don't think I know what you can use any anonymous system all you want, friend. That doesn't hide what you're doing online. Your VPNs don't mean shit. This is why people gotta know what VPNs are meant for. It doesn't make you into a ghost. Your anonymous emails don't make you a ghost. It's like these kids, it's like I'm talking to kids. Like, oh man, I need to show these guys how to like be real freaking like hackers and hide. The last job, trying to sabotage. That's what you guys are doing. Talking about no one's ever going to hire you. Why are you making threats to freaking Starbucks? That's why I hope Starbucks do prosecute you for harassing. Keep calling, friend. Because they are literally not playing games. They do. For like a 2-hour meeting. Mind you. They will explain everything. They don't want me to record. I said fine. Because I'm starting to realize that I should start over now again. Not start over. But this year, 2025, no more, transparency anymore. No more like documenting what's been taking place. Only document when we need, because IPD anyway, I'm doing the events for anyway, because, But like I said, less of transparency of like private things, because it seems like that's the thing, everyone. They hate that. And that's why they don't have nothing else to go with, because that's all they got. It's just repeated emails with the same thing over and over and over again. The same threats over and over again. You got nothing. So everyone, you just have a good evening. And I hope you guys, I haven't shown you my new green sweater. Got a green sweater. Mind you, I brought a green sweater and it's so warm right now. Oh, my panda. It's so thick, so warm right now. It's not one of those cheap, there's a chap sweater too. Ooh. Like I said, everyone commits crimes here. Not, even I have committed a crime. Either hopped the train a couple of times or, let's see, I don't smoke, so a jaywalk. Oh yeah, that's right. Jaywalking in New York City is now, it's legal. You can jaywalk in New York City and not get a ticket for anything. And I guarantee you most people don't even fucking know that right now, because it just passed September. Yeah, in September they announced it, that no more jaywalking tickets in New York City. Doesn't matter what street you on, you cannot get a jaywalk ticket ever in New York City ever again. So, yeah. But still, be careful and be mindful when you cross the street, please. But other than that, talk to you guys in the next one. See ya. Come on. thing has been glitching all day, friend. This is weird.